seeing as they want to keep shoving wigs down my throat, as well as Kris Jenner and her like new face down my algorithm throat. This one's for you guys. We're gonna go max. And I feel as though we're gonna touch on a few things in reference to names. We're gonna touch on a lot. So allow me to take you on the ride. On my Okaloosa County ride. Right? So allow me, we're just going to touch on my best friend. No longer my best friend. However, we were best friends. So I thought. For quite some time. We were best friends. Her name was Tabitha. Her husband's name was Israel. Israel and Tabitha. About them. Thank you for all the love that you had to provide me. Thank you. So, in the last 2 years, mind you, I stopped talking to them in October. Although her husband did show up at my work with their daughter. I love her so much. I do indeed. It sucks to be in a place, in a position, when you know what their parents are about and you want nothing better for their children to not go through what they put your child through. Right? There's nothing like being in a position for that. Imagine being in a position for that. So mind you, my best friend and I, at the time, we had been friends for years. And she was like, up until like, let's see here. So I stopped talking to her in October 2024. So she was the one who was like, hey, Amanda, don't give them your phone. Don't give them your numbers. That's not okay. Her mother is an attorney. And so I trusted. I was like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't do that. Because see, I move and operate. I'm like, yeah, if they want that, they can have that. If they don't, I don't think about these things. I don't care. Right? But she always had my back in that moment. But then, things changed. Things changed in that last year. It got weird. So I was working at a property management company that was an hour and a half away because I had a non-compete. Again, I'm looking at the camera because this is truth. I had a non-compete. And so on my way home, I talked to two people. I talked to her and I talked to Riza. We'll get to you on another video. And God bless anyways, we'll get to that in another video. However, things got weird. In reference to the conversations that I was having with them, every conversation that I was having with them, it ended with the same thing. Agony, defeat, not making sense. Like everything made zero sense. But there was a portion in the correspondence. Imagine that. Look, we can keep playing these games. That's fine. However, all right, listen, Lindas. All right. But then there became like a portion of like, all right, so I resigned in 2023. I started working for the Second Property Management in March 2024. My best friend then was like, look, Amanda, you need to start your own property management company. Amanda, You do. Call all the people. Call all the people. Call all the people in your Rolodex, in that phone that you didn't want me to give over. And call them. Call them. Right? And I will be your silent partner. I will be your silent partner. Start your own property management company. Again, this is in 2024. This was last year. Well, I was working at a property management company. So I had all this on the side, on the sidelines, on top of everything else I was going through. Call everybody. Call everybody. I will be your silent partner. You tell me how much money you need. Tell me how much money you need. I got it for you. Mind you, she was a stay-at-home mom. Her husband was working. So I don't even know at this point. From the correspondence of everything, I don't even know what to believe or not to believe. I'll be honest with you. I just don't. But I do know the course of everything that transpired in the friendship. That's what I do know. I do have truth in that. And she was like, I'll be a silent partner. Tell me how much money you need. I'm like, now looking back and I'm like, dang, where did you get that money? Because you're on a one-person income. And last I checked, a one-person income, that's hard. It's a hard truth. It's hard right now. I know a lot of people on one-person incomes, and they're struggling right now. But she was not on the struggle bus at that point. She wasn't last year. So what changed? So at first, you're like, no. Do not give them your phone. That's the wrong idea. 2, build your own property management company, and I will be a silent partner. Right? So how does that change? From a bestie? Not to mention, guys, the conversations that I had with her on a daily basis were not great. Constantly clearing the throat. Why were you clearing your throat? When you're conversating with me, and I was playing with you, and I was like crying to you every day of everything I was going through, and you were clearing your throat, and that was okay. You didn't mind seeing me in straight agony and pain all day, every day. You didn't mind. Actually, you wanted to talk to me about building my business, and you would be my silent partner, and you had an abundance of money. And this is somebody that I've been friends with since I was like in middle school. Now we had our off and on again stages and things like that, but at the end of the day, since middle school, and had I been through thick and thin, the stories that I could tell her husband now would be like, poof, poof, right? But I would never do that because I was always loyal to everybody in my life. And this is one freaking story. I have tons upon tons of stories like this. And this is where it gets crazy. And people think I'm crazy? No, I'm not crazy. The people that I surrounded myself with were crazy. The fact that they're like, hey, how much money? I'm down for a good time. Because they have no ethics, they have no morals, they have no values. None. And I'm calling you out. And if I'm wrong, own it. Sue me. Call your mom. She's an attorney, right? Just saying.